Hello, I'm Sean Kent Hayashi with SVCC Schnauzers. This video starts off on Monday, May 18th. And we're going to be sharing Janee's week-old puppies with you. After that, we're going to go back about a week and show you what led up to today. It's a fun video. There's lots in it, including Janee's delivery of her new puppies, but also a bunch of other things going on here at SVCC Schnauzers this past week. This is Janee on May 18th, and these little puppies are a week old. I'm going to show you each of these little puppies today. There are 3 chocolate girls. So these are chocolate and tan girls. And these were the first puppies that were born. We tell them apart by their markings on their chest. They also have slight weight differences. This girl I call Blaze because she has this big white blaze right down her chest. And this little girl we call Spot because of this cute little spot right on her heart. So those are the first 3 puppies that were born, these chocolate girls. Next born was this white boy. Well, maybe not. Maybe the one that was born next was this little cream girl. I think it was this girl, actually. This little cream girl. She is thriving, doing great. Actually, all of these puppies are thriving and doing great. And then this little white boy. So this little white boy, all of these puppies will have a chocolate nose and potential for green eyes. The little cream girl and the little white boy are still available as of today. And then this little red boy came next. And he is a wheaten color. Nose filling in. And then our final puppy was the biggest puppy in the litter, and he is a beige color. Again, he's going to have a chocolate color nose and green eyes. So these are Janee's 7 puppies. Janee's 7 puppies born on Mother's Day, May 10th, 2026. Now, let's go back to May 8th. And we'll bring you along during the past week so that you can see some of the highlights. It's 8:30 in the morning on May 8th. And little Miss Janee continues to be at my feet pretty much all the time. She's my little shadow. I'm sharing that because at any minute she could go into labor. And so I don't ever leave her alone. If I need to step out of the house for a little bit, I check to see if she would like a bite or 2 of salmon or something that I know is really yummy, because mom dogs right before labor typically will not eat. And so that's a quick way for me to assess whether or not this might be a good time to step out, run an errand. But even when I do, I always make sure that there is some backup support here so that Jim, Dave, Brianna, somebody's here with her and can call me immediately if I need to return home really fast. Janee, I just told your mom that you were daydreaming. I think you're daydreaming about your puppies, aren't you? Looking forward to when you have them? Yeah? I don't think it's going to be any time in the next few hours, though. Pretty sure of that. Also, in my office is my other shadow. So Honeybee and Sierra are right here with me. And right outside on my patio, I can see the puppies playing with each other. And so that's fun. Here's what it looks like outside. So here's Lucky and Sierra right here in view. But we can also see there's Rue. And hello, Hazel. Hello, Grace. Good morning. So we've been outside playing for a little while, and it's a nice sunshiny day, and the birds are singing, and everybody is happy, aren't we? Oh, we're so happy. Hello, Grace. Hello, Hazel. Hi, Rue. Hey, cutie pie. All right, some of you who have been following my channel for a while are probably scratching your head. What's going on here? Who's Hazel? Jim, who lives in California and owns Mocha. is getting Biscotti, who is now named Hazel. And Kayleen, who owns Olive, is coming from California to get her. Hazel, your daddy is getting all ready for you. He just sent me a very fun picture. Yeah, Hazel, your daddy is babysitting for Olive while Olive's mommy is coming here to pick you up and take you back. Oh my goodness, how fun is that? What a great community we are all a part of. Such a pretty girl you are, Hazel. This next little clip is one that Jim sent me while Olive was visiting with Mocha at his home. Here it is. As I'm editing this video, I'm doing my best to put it together in chronological order. So here we are back in my office watching for labor signs with Miss Janee. Brianna came in with some yummy, smelly stuff. And so we know since she's eating like this, no puppies in the next few hours. Yeah, but we'll be right here watching you. Yes, we will. We are out for our morning walk very early. This is where she likes to come down and do her bigger business. So that's where we go. She's so funny. She walks down there, she does her big business, and then she walks right back home. I almost don't have to take her, but I do. Yes, we do. Here we are. We're about to get to the big business spot. I just come out here, big business spot, and stand here, and she will do what she needs to do. Now, the minute we come out the door of my garage, she goes over, gets in the grass, and pees. So she's just fabulous. She has not even thought about going inside my house or even on my patio. All the rest of my dogs, they go on my patio very, very happily. But because this is her routine at home, this is what we are doing with her here, and it is working. And she's such a happy girl. So job done, and she says we are heading back home now. We did what we needed to do, and she's just, I say she's leading the way, but you understand we're walking together. But it's very clear when she said, okay, we're heading back now. Can you hear the birds? I just love this sound in the morning, and I also love looking at all the spring growth overnight. Look at those irises. Oh, so beautiful. And look at this gorgeous tree in bloom. Birds singing. Janee says, I am not sure why we need to stop and look at all these things on the way home. Everybody's waiting on me to get my cup of tea. They're just sitting here waiting with me. Yep, it's that first early morning cup of tea. Hi, Hazel. Hello, Grace. Look at your pretty tail. Hi, Lucky. Lucky, you're all just calm and hanging out. The girls here are saying, hey, it's morning. Let's get up and go play. Hazel is excited about showing off what she knows how to do. One of the things she's great at, notice her eye contact. Doggies that have really great eye contact are able to connect emotionally so well.
Let's go. Yes. Touch. Yes, touch. Wobble. Yes, wobble, Hazel. Yes.
Such a good job. She follows a lure so nicely. She's very comfortable with proprioception, so she can deal with all sorts of different dimensions, perception, depth perception.
Yes, watch me, Hazel.
She has great impulse control.
Yes. Oops. Stay. Yes, stay.
Look at her excitement, wanting to do everything so well.
Places or wobble. Yes, wobble, Hazel. Yes. Places. Sit. Yes. Yes, down. Yes. Baby slide. Yes, baby slide, Hazel. Sit. Yes.
Because I know some of you are going to ask, what are we using as training treats? On my website, svcctoys.com, you'll see that there is a shop button. When you press that, you will be able to scroll down and see our favorite things, what we use with our dogs here, including our food and treats.
Yes, sit. Stay. Hazel, come. Yes. Good girl, Hazel. Yes, touch. Yes. Yes, spin. Yes, down. Yes, sit, Hazel.
She's got all the basics down pat.
Good, Hazel. Yes. Wobble. Yes, wobble. 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 Yes, wobble, Hazel. Yes. Places. Yes.
Hazel also likes playing with toys and she loves chewing. So we're going to be sending her with a little yak cheese chew toy tomorrow.
Hazel. You're looking for the treats. Yes, sit. Yes, yes, watch me. Yes, sit, Hazel. Oh, you're beautiful. Yes. Yes, down. Yes. Stay. Yes, stay.
She has been on quite a long stay here. Her impulse control is fantastic. And so we're going to show you now how we finish the routine.
Stay, Hazel. Good job. Yes, down. Yes. Okay, Hazel. Oh, yes, belly rubs, Hazel. Oh, yes. Oh, you love that.
Such a happy girl. Hazel, you are so lucky because you are going to have a wonderful new life. Yes, you are. While we were doing this routine with Hazel, Jim, who's taking care of Olive, was also doing her routine, and he sent me this video almost immediately after we finished. Here's that clip.
Olive, places. Good girl. Sit. Down. Sit. Yes, sit. Down. Yes, down. Touch. Yes, touch. Touch. Yes, touch. Spin. Yes, spin. Spin. Yes, spin. Sit. Watch me. Good girl. Yes. Olive. Olive. Stay. Olive, stay. Good. Come. Yes, Olive. Oh, she heard Mocha. Here. He wants to play too. I have him outside. There you go.
I am so grateful to my guardian home families. I couldn't do what I do without them. And so those of you who are able to get a puppy from SVCC Schnauzers, you probably feel great gratitude also for the guardian families that take such wonderful care of our dogs. I regularly text photos and little video clips along the way to guardian families. And here's one of those that I sent to Janee's mom. Janee and I are sitting in my office at the moment, and she's literally right next to me. Say, Mom, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. And I think I might become a mother again today on this day because, I'm definitely working on it, Mom. Say, several times last night, I was thinking we might just move right into labor. But it could be sometime this morning, yeah? So we've been out for a nice walk. We've had some breakfast. She didn't eat much breakfast, but she did have a little bit. So sometime soon. Look at how beautiful this girl is. Hello, Hazel. I'm just giving Hazel a nice little brush out this morning as we are getting ready to take her to the airport. Yes. Hazel, it's a very exciting day for you today. You are just going to have a lovely life adventure. Yeah. You got a big brother, Mocha, and you got two wonderful daddies who are going to take such good care of you and love you so much. You're going to have a blessed life, girlfriend. I love you. Hey, pretty girl. You're just about to go. I've got you and your brother out here playing together so that before your very long flight, you're in good shape. Hey, pretty girl. Yeah, today's the day. It's about to happen. Jim is going to be taking you to the airport. And then Olive's mommy, Kayleen, is going to be picking you up at the airport and taking you to Los Angeles. Can't wait to see pictures of you playing with Mocha. Yes, you're so pretty. Such a pretty girl. If you're new to my channel, it might be helpful to realize there are two Jims involved in this story. One is my husband, Jim, who is going to be taking Hazel to the airport. The other Jim is Hazel's new daddy, who's also Mocha's daddy.
Here's our girl Hazel. She's going to have a very exciting day today, adventurous day. She's going off to her new forever home.
Yeah, thank you for taking her to the airport today while I'm here with Janee, who's likely to be delivering her puppies very soon. So, okay, off you go. Give Kayleen a big hug, and you're going to get to see Olive and Mocha in just a little bit. Have fun. And while my husband Jim was taking Hazel to the Philadelphia airport to meet Kayleen, Janee went into active labor. I love that this room is so light and bright, and that Janee chooses to have her puppies in the daytime. Thank you, Janee, for making that choice. Or at least I'm hoping what I'm seeing here are the signs that you're moving from sort of that first stage of labor into more active labor. Janee stopped following me, like being my little shadow, and she just stayed in the little dog bed next to my desk when I got up to move to go to another room, which signaled to me that she is thinking it's getting close. She was just panting very deeply. And then I put the camera on her and she says, "Oh, I'm going to stop that then." Is that it? You're going to stop because I'm filming you? Yeah. Sometimes I think people like seeing the process, Janee, of what we go through to bring these little babies into the world. Yeah, particularly the people who are getting your puppies. They will feel like it was really special that you shared this with them. So thank you, Janee. Well, isn't this appropriate? On Mother's Day, you are having your puppies. Janie's water sack just appeared. She's getting a little shy with the camera. Things get a little graphic now, and if you prefer not to see the graphic details, please feel free to fast forward over this part and enjoy the puppies. This is what a water sack looks like. And this is a clear signal we are in active labor. It's very common for mom dogs to lick that water sack and in essence break their water. And so that's what she's done here. She's broken her water. And now we will be watching for a puppy to arrive. Sometimes it's within a few minutes and sometimes it's within an hour or so. It can sometimes even be multiple hours from the time a water sack breaks to a first puppy being born, or it can be just a few minutes. But you can imagine I will be right with her every moment. This is why I use these disposable potty pads layered on the top of my bed here. I can sit right here on this ottoman and be at eye level like this with what's happening. So the ergonomics of this, the flow, the feel of this is so important to me. But as soon as the water broke here, I can pop that out and put it right into the little trash baggie that I have right here and still stay present to her and right next to her. The next stage of labor here will include some contractions, and her body right in here will get super hard at times, and she'll be pushing, and then it'll relax for a moment or two, and then she'll have another contraction. So right now it's really hard and she's in a contraction, and then she'll potentially have a moment or two of rest and she'll go back to pushing again. Got everything I need right here ready to go. And so as soon as first puppy arrives, I'm helping her navigate that. You might say, wait a minute, this is a natural process. Dogs are instinctive. Why does she need your help? Well, in nature, the mortality rate on puppies is lower than when there is a human who's just assisting. I'm not doing it all for her. Trust me, she's doing the most of the work here. I'm just helping to make sure that she doesn't accidentally lay on a puppy while she's having the next puppy. Or I'm helping to make sure that the umbilical cord gets taken care of properly so that the dog doesn't have a hernia due to mom having pulled too hard on the umbilical cord, or some of those kinds of things. And I like to have this little here for the first puppy or two, and then I have a bigger area for larger, or as they start increasing. I also have a heating pad turned on and ready to go. One of the things I really want to stress is that labor for puppies is not a sterile process. In fact, we've learned from a lot of research that you wouldn't want it to be a completely sterile process, because this is what's building a puppy's gut microbiome. As the puppy goes through the birth canal, the right things from mom are able to enter the puppy. And so there's a bunch of reasons why we don't make sure sort of everything is Clorox sanitized or something like that. Now, I said that, and I will tell you all of these have been sanitized and ready to go for this new litter, but I won't be cleaning them necessarily between every puppy. And I also have multiples all set up and ready to go right here on top of this dresser. So I've got multiple sets of everything that I need, and any backup things ready right here within a hand's reach. Once a mom dog is in active labor, but only after a mom is in active labor, do I give the first dose of calcium to help contractions. Many mom dogs prefer to have their puppies in the dark at night. I've offered her, if she wanted to be in a dark closet or a dark space, but she actually seems to like being in the light. And she also says, hey, I'm going to help make all this easy for you. So she's putting herself in a position where I can see what I need to see. Such a good job. She's a good girl. Mom dogs are always my top priority. And so you're going to notice here, I don't video everything that's going on because I need both of my hands to help with what's happening for Janee and her puppies. The first puppy has arrived, and it is a little chocolate girl, like daddy. So this puppy looks like it's daddy. Yes, little girl is here. And here's puppy number 2, also a little girl. You're doing a great job, Janee. So here's puppy number 1, little girl, firstborn. And she is, she's got a white chest here, and she's going to be really tan here on her. There you go. Can you see that's puppy number 1? And let me show you how puppy number 2 is a little different. Puppy number 2, nursing right here already, has more red on her, again, like daddy. First puppy has this big white chest, and That's what we were looking like on the first puppy. So this is a third Janee puppy, and this is also a girl. So we have 3 chocolate girls so far for Miss Janee on Mother's Day here. All the times I've done this, it's still so amazing to me that a puppy knows to come out, have the sac removed, lungs cleaned out, umbilical cord cut, and it starts nursing. Just intuition, instinct. It just knows to do it. No one taught it. No manual here about how to do this. They just know. And that intuition is just incredible. Most mom dogs will not eat in the middle of labor, but this little girl is hungry today. So she says, I am eating my lunch. She didn't eat any breakfast at all. So there you go. Good job. Here's where we are at the moment. We have 4 puppies. We've probably got another one on the way. And because I'm paying so much attention to Miss Janee, I'm not constantly looking at my phone. Yeah, Janie's probably about to have the next one. One of the things that we do with all newborn puppies is we supplement with colostrum. And this is the nurture mate that we use. And this just helps Janee out. And so puppies are regularly nursing on her, but then we're also doing this. So it's a lot of hands-on stuff that happens once the puppies arrive. Here's where we are. The 3 chocolate girls were first. And so they're completely dry. And they're the bigger 3 puppies. Then we have 3 that are recessive red. So we have a little girl who's cream. We have a little boy who's white. And then we have a little boy that was just born just recently who's still wet. So he looks a little darker red than he might actually be. He's probably going to be more like this color. But he was just recently born. And Mommy here is doing fabulously. So happy with her puppies. So proud of herself. She's doing wonderfully. So good job, Mommy. And we're letting all the puppies nurse intermittently. Janee is such an excellent mom. So these were the last 3 puppies that were born. And they are smaller than the first 3. So I am admitting to myself that it's going to be a lot like having 2 litters. Meaning, the plan right now is that these 3 will stay in this box with the heating pad and the heating elements, and I will rotate them onto Mom. When they're on Mom, then these 3 will be in the box here. I call it the box, right? And these little ones are going to be hand-fed for a little while as well, just to make sure that they can catch up, because they are so much smaller than the first 3 puppies, and the first 3 puppies can literally sort of hold them down. They don't do it intentionally, but that's the reality. So there's a lot of hand work on our part that goes into raising these little ones. Brianna is going to go bathe our little girl who says, hey, I am so sleepy right now. I just want to sleep. Yep. Brianna's going to bathe her and get all of this stuff cleaned up so that her guardian mom can come and visit. But what I want you to know is this is all normal. This is what a normal birthing process looks like, what happens. Now, we're going to wash her, get her all cleaned up so that her guardian mom can come for a visit and see the puppies. We don't normally let people come see our puppies when they're newborn, but if it's a guardian mom who wants to see her beloved little girl, we certainly understand that, but we go to a lot of great precautions. So washing hands and shoes off and all those kinds of things around little puppies. Here are the 6 puppies. You can see the temperature, 94 degrees in here at the moment, keeping them very warm. This water bottle also helps. They can snuggle up next to it if they want to. And this little girl over here is just so tiny that I like to keep her a little separate so that the others can't lay on top of her and hold her down. I mentioned I'm editing this video in chronological order. So while Janee is having her Mother's Day experience here with her new puppies, Jim is receiving Hazel. Kayleen has arrived in Los Angeles and is handing over little Miss Hazel to her new daddies.
Oh, yes.
But back at my home, right after Janee had her bath and was all dried and put back with her 6 puppies, surprise, she had a 7th. She had the largest puppy in the litter, a beige boy. Very happy mommy here. This is the morning after the puppies were born. And everybody is doing very well. Janee is very attentive to her puppies, aren't you, girlfriend? Yes. What I don't show you is that I am literally up every hour, hour and a half, hand feeding those littler, tinier puppies, the little girl and the little boy in particular. Just making sure that they're getting plenty of nutrition and that everything is good for them. That tiny little girl, oh my goodness, what a great will to live. What a great spirit she has. I just wanted to make sure that her older siblings, that's not the right word, her larger siblings weren't weighing her down and preventing her from being able to nurse. So for the first several nights, I was setting my alarm to literally be up every hour, hour and a half to keep her nourished. For those of you who are on my waiting list for a dark red puppy, I have good news. Ruby is in season, and before I take her to breed her today, I wanted to see, is she flirty dancing? Is she ready? And the answer is yes. I bred Ruby to Teddy, and their puppies would be due around July 13th. Of course, I have no way of knowing how many males or how many females or exactly what color combinations are going to come from this breeding. You'd be amazed at how many people want to know. They ask me very directly, how many puppies will she have? What will their genders be? What will their colors be? And I have to laugh and say, Mother Nature's going to take care of that. I have no control over that. Biscotti's new daddy, Jim, and Dave sent a very sweet thank you note and gift. Look at this. Biscotti chocolate hazelnut. Well, the backstory there is her name was Biscotti when she was here, but they decided to name her Hazel. And so you just can't beat that. And look at this very thoughtful grapefruit candle. That will be delightful. Thank you, Jim and Dave. Always so thoughtful. Love the things you share along the way with us. This is one of the best ways to explain why I'm up every hour and a half right now, making sure that she is getting to eat. She was 2.7 ounces at birth. She's about half his size. And if she falls down under them and they are all on top of her, then she can't get on a nipple to eat. She has a very strong will to live. She wants to do this. She just needs help protecting her, keeping her on the nipple. My guess is that in nature, she probably wouldn't have made it, is my guess. Because I've literally been every hour and a half, 2 hours, carving out time and just making it possible for her to eat. And then I put her on a heating pad and keep her super warm so that then next time she's ready to eat, her body is ready to take in the nutrients. Puppies need to be super warm in order for them to eat. Look at these gorgeous puppies she has had. Janee, you've just done such a fabulous job with this litter. Look at these gorgeous colors. But we've got one little tiny girl here.
This is what it looks like when I get up in the wee hours of the morning to let her nurse. The others, of course, are all quite capable of managing their own getting to the nipple and enjoying the milk bar. But because she can so easily end out below, underneath, one of her siblings who's just unintentionally holding her down, I gotta make sure she gets her options.
Good morning. Today is May 12th. And everybody is on the milk bar this morning with Janee. So we've gotten up early and we've done our cleanup work. So everything here is very clean and neat, and we're trying to keep everybody in their place, but they don't understand that. They get all squirmy and they say, wait a minute, we're going to squirm over there. And I say, oh, but for this to work, for this puzzle to work, you got to stay on your little milk bar area here, buddy. This mama loves tending to her puppies. She is so happy to be a mama. Yeah, say good morning, Mom. This is Mom Dog's morning meal. This is salmon, canned puppy food. This is a goat milk powder. It's got several different powders in here for nutrition. all stirred together. This is Mom's breakfast. These 3 chocolate puppies are easy to tell apart if you're looking closely. So this one we're referring to as Blaze because she has quite a blaze down her chest. This one has a little spot on her chest. She has a T-bar here across the top, but she also has this little spot over her heart. And this puppy has a little T-bar, and then maybe we could call that a little, so this puppy has this T-bar, and then this, Brianna's calling it a T here. So that helps us distinguish these 3 chocolate girls from their bellies. We're not able to look at them like this and tell who's who. And then these 2 boys. So this boy is a lighter cream. This is a wheaten. And then this boy over here is white. So for somebody looking for a white boy, there you go. I like to do the nursing with them sort of in rounds. Puppies have a tendency to want to nurse for a little bit, and then they go to sleep for a while. And when I can, rotate it like this so that these 2 are nursing together, then there's no competition for the milk, because when these others get in the mix, they are so much bigger than her. So we're just making sure she's getting plenty of food. Everybody's doing great today. Today is the 13th, May 13th, and Janee and her puppies are doing great. Everybody's gaining weight. All puppies are thriving. We just done cleanup work here, and she went outside and did her business. Yeah, say I'm happy. I'm a happy girl. Happy mama. You have so much to be proud of, Janee. Your puppies are just doing great and everybody's thriving. Friday, May 15th, and Janee just was eating her breakfast. We went out for a nice walk. She likes to go out and do her business. So we did that, and she's had a really good breakfast. And I weighed everybody, all the puppies. Everybody's thriving. So that means everybody gained weight last night. And you can see they're now sleeping very well at the moment. Janee's puppies are now a week old, and you can see that they are thriving. That means they're gaining a little weight every day. A cup of yummy tea with birds chirping and my dog sitting out in the sunshine with me early in the morning. So peaceful. Rue and Lucky heard me say that, and they said, "Oh, we'll come out and sit with you too, Mom." Yeah. Today is Monday, May 18th, 2026. And we are just enjoying the beautiful sunshine outside. Aren't we lucky? It's so nice. Yeah. Getting sunshine so early in the day is helpful for all of us. Some of us like to just sit out in it and bask and let it just absorb into us. And others of us want to be in the shade. I like at least 10 minutes of sunshine on me every day. Can't always get it here in Pennsylvania where I live, but this morning, it's so nice. Everybody's relaxed and happy. And one of the things I can't help but point out is how nice sitting out in the sunshine is, and they've got little black noses again instead of little pink noses. I have over 750 videos related to creating a dog-friendly, beautiful home life with your new beloved puppy. Join us.